Hello, this is LordUg, yes it is, and today, as you can see in the top left corner, we're going to be doing another rap reaction. I was challenged to do Knox Hill's Murder in the Booth by Knox Hill himself, so thank you kindly, sir, for the challenge. And I haven't looked at this, I don't know it, I don't know the lyrics, I don't know the beat, I know nothing about it, but I was challenged to do a kind of to break it down, I guess, and see how well I can do it, and so I'm going to do my best. Now, I am going to throw an excuse in. It is 3:30 in the morning, and I can't sleep, but I am tired. So, if I miss the odd bar here and there, or don't break down something as good as I could have, then there's my excuse. There's my excuse. I have to lay an excuse ready. Anyway, I don't want to wait too long. I want to get into it and see what we can see. Right, so here we go. Okay.
Ready, begin.
I do like how there's one thing I've kind of liked about how Americans know the Pledge of Allegiance very, like from a really young age. So you don't get that over in the UK. And it's like Americans are very kind of loyal to the flag and that kind of thing usually, but over here in the UK it's not like that. But I think that's because our national anthem and everything is kind of centred around the Queen. And the problem is that the royal family has no power now. It used to have all the power. Now it has no power, and basically the government has the power. And they're just a figurehead that waves and collects a cheque at the end of it. I could go deeper, but as you can see, you probably don't. I probably shouldn't, because I haven't got best opinion of the kind of royal family because of just what they've given up and how they're now just puppets. So, yeah, we don't have that kind of loyalty that you see like in America. And I think it's a shame. But I think that's what happens when you focus everything around one person or something like that who then has no power. It just doesn't make sense in the end, and it's hard to be loyal to that. Anyway, I'm going to carry on. I'm sure some people disagree who are English, but hey, that's just my opinion, and it is what it is. So let's carry on.
United States of America.
Red, white, and blood, I'm reppin' it. Don't cross my flag, Confederates.
Red, white, and blue, I'm repping it. Don't cross my flag, Confederates. Okay.
Feds at my door, we'll let him in. I shoot it well, hit your next of kin. Born in MD, a fresh prince like Bel Air, no soft way up.
Born in MD, a fresh prince like Bel Air. MD, Maryland? I guess that's Maryland. I don't know what I can think of off the top of my head, but it'd be MD. Bel Air. I think Bel Air does come from Maryland. It does come from. It's like it's a person. Sorry, I think Bel Air is in Maryland, isn't it? Isn't it? I don't know, but I'm guessing it must be because it says a fresh prince like Bel Air. Born in MD. Excuse me, I'm going to cough. In fact, I cut it out so you wouldn't have known it happened. I'm guessing it must be because it says it there. But I thought it was anyway. Anyway, let's carry on. Sorry about that.
I shoot it well, hit your next of kin. Born in MD, a fresh prince like Bel Air, no soft way up. We climbing velvet stairs, always dreamed about the heights of the lights of a career. Performing for the crowd, living life for the cheer.
You can understand that. I don't quite get the velvet stairs line, but anyway, always dreamed about the heights and the lights of a career. Obviously, because he's in rap, and of course you're gonna have to take it as a career eventually, or. But what are you going to do with it? If you just rap into an empty room or to a wall, it's never going to be a career. So you've got to have had a dream to do this and let that dream kind of fuel you. Dreams, if you really believe in your dream, they can be a great fuel to keep you motivated if you believe in it. So I think he's saying here, always dreamed about the heights and the lights of a career, performing for a crowd, and basically enjoying the cheers for it. You can't blame him. He's a rapper.
No soft way up, we climbing velvet stairs, always dreamed about the heights of the lights of a career. Performing for the crowd, living life for the cheers. Give for the word, so I opened up the rap. When I took it to the stage, started honing out my craft.
Yeah, I mean that's true as well. I had a gift with them words, so I opened up the rap. When I took it to the stage and started honing my craft. Yeah, I mean, you're going to do that. You've got to kind of go. You'll only learn something by doing. If you are, say, performing to a wall or an empty room, you're never going to know what it's like to have all the eyes of the people on you. So you've got to perform in front of people for you to ever get used to it. So you hone your craft by actually doing, well, just doing, and it gets easier and easier and better. Anyway, let's carry on. So far, it's good. I'm enjoying it. I like the beat. The beat's nice. It's got like an aura that goes through, that goes, and there's a beat in back, but there's a dum, dum in background, which is nice. And I do like it. Let's carry on.
Performing for the crowd, living life for the chairs. Give for the word, so I opened up the rap. When I took it to the stage, started honing out my craft. Put on for different parts, from the north to the south. Took a spark, made it lit, now we going through a draft. I know I'm...
So, we're talking for different parts from the north and south. We've got Confederates mentioned. North and south. Huh? I'm not quite getting it yet. I feel there's something that's going to come and it'll just put it all together. I mean, I thought it was about him, but it don't feel like it is, kind of. I thought Murder in the Booth that meant his lyrics were like, murder. They were going to murder people or murder the beat or whatever. And the booth, of course, is a recording booth, which you go into a booth when you're doing your rap. So, I suppose, I don't know. No, carry on.
I'm a different person. Critics give a different version.
Yeah, I know I'm a different person. Critics give a different version. That's the problem with critics. In fact, it's a problem with anybody who's got a big platform, because people will listen to that person and not care. It doesn't matter what they're saying. They can be spouting any old kind of shit, and people will follow them just because they're fans of them. That's why you can get like a big, say, streamer or YouTuber or whatever can cancel out a small one, even if it's just a case of the big one don't like the biggest streamer or YouTuber don't like them. They just cancel them out because they can speak, they can say whatever they want about them, and people will automatically believe it who are fans of that person. So critics do that. They use their platform and the power their platform has to try and cancel somebody out, even if it isn't true what they're saying. And nobody cares if it's true or not. They'll just take it and run with it. And it's like, look at people who get cancelled for something they did 10 years ago. They might be the nicest person in the world now. They might do charity work and everything. But then all of a sudden, a tweet will get pulled up from 10 years ago and nobody cares. Nobody gives them any respect for what they're doing now. They'll just destroy them for what they did 10 years ago, and it's all gone. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. It's all to do with people's perception rather than what their knowledge is of the person. It's a shame it goes that way, but it does.
Spark made it lit, now we going through a draft. I know I'm a different person. Critics give a different version. I don't give an F, no virgins. I open my heart, no surgeon. I got passion, I spill these words. I'm ill with spits, make you spill the carrot.
I got passion and I spill these words. I'm ill with spits, make you spill the cure. So yeah, nice. It's straightforward enough line, but still good.
I open my heart, no surgeon. I got passion, I spill these words. I'm ill with spits, make you spill the carrot. See, the problem is that I see a system where the politicians always seek divisions.
Politics. Oh, politics is a very kind of unsafe place to be in, because you can't win. You can't win with politics. It's like, if I do it from an American way, if you support Democrats, Republicans are going to hate you. Not because you might be doing anything wrong or saying anything wrong, but just because you're on the other side. So you get hate automatic. Same if you support Republicans, Democrats will hate you. And if you're in middle and don't support either, then they both fuck you for being a pussy and not picking a side. So it's like you can't win. You're always going to have hate unless you keep your mouth shut and just don't tell anybody anything. Problem with that is you always need people to speak up to at least let others know they've got some support. But it's still a very rocky road to kind of bring up politics.
I'm ill with spits, make you spill the carrot. See, the problem is that I see a system where the politicians always seek division.
And I think politicians do seek division. I think they like it. They don't ever want, either side to merge, to get together and kind of start to agree on things, because then that adds to the voice, that adds to the numbers. And if both sides got together and agreed on some things that needed changing, the voice would be a lot bigger if both sides merged. So they keep them separated, so they at least can control one side at all times. It's crazy. Politics is fucked.
Talk about this union, but they see the reasons it'll take.
Talk about this union. So now we've had Confederates, Union, North and South mentioned. Okay, this is that's another little. I'm guessing that's another little clue there.
Problem is that I see a system where the politicians always seek division. Talk about this union, but they see the reasons it'll take I to make them see the vision.
So it'll take I to make them see the vision. So it'll take I as in me to make someone see the vision, because I'll show them the vision. But it takes I as in EYE to make them see, because of course an eye sees, and vision is what you see your vision. So, yeah, that very good, Knox, well done. Let's carry on.
When the politicians always seek division, talking about this union, but they see derision. So it'll take eye to make them see the vision, you know? I see you, Mr. President. You got too much ego.
I see, Mr. President, you got too much ego. Okay.
We losing lives, still losing people.
Yeah, we're losing lives, still losing people. That's because you're a number. Don't ever doubt that. You're a number. Only time you stop becoming a number is when there's enough voices. When you become a movement or a big amount of people, then you have a voice. But to politicians and things like that, as a solo voice or just a few people, you're a number. They don't care if you die next day or die that second or whatever. They don't give a shit because you're a number. There's not enough of you to make a difference, so they don't care. The more of you they get, that's why petitions exist, because people will bang petitions, and even then, I've seen some petitions that have got like 100,000 signatures towards politics, and it's still been ignored because it just is. They just don't want to listen. They'll tell you that they want you, they listen and they're there for you, but they're not. They're there for the vision they have, and if that doesn't go with your vision, well, what's it matter? You're not in control. They are a little bit.
I see you, Mr. President. You got too much ego. We losing lives, still losing people. And your decisions are the root of evil. You change positions, turn like a keyhole. I'm watching you right through this peephole.
Oh, Knox, I was just going to get all clever there and go, oh, look, turn like a keyhole, I'm watching you. Is watching like an eye looking through the, and you went and explained it, looking right through the peephole. Oh, I'm just going to break that down. I'll let you off, but you didn't have to break it down for me. I could have done that.
You got a plan, I got one too. I pen is changing, I got a crew as I'm penning names in this dark.
I think you got a plan. Well, I got one too. I penned this change, I got a crew. Okay. I don't know what he's talking about right now. I can't be talking about president saying I've got a crew. It's like, crew to do what? Okay, I'm still missing something. I'm still missing a part at Jigsaw here.
You got a plan, I got one too. I pen is changing, I got a crew as I'm penning names in this darkened room. Then I take the stage with this front page like I'm in the news. I raise this piece like I'm fitting clues, dressing all black like a funeral. See, I will case when I'm in the booth, shoot through your...
Oh, that's it. I will case when I'm in the booth. Ah, now it makes sense. Wilkes Booth. Will case when I'm in the booth. Wilkes Booth. John Wilkes Booth. The person who assassinated Abraham Lincoln. Okay, I'll do this quickly. Now I might be a bit off with my history. I don't know American history very well, but we're going to go for it, and this will make a lot more sense. If you want to go back and listen, try again. You can. But this latest bit, it'll make a lot more sense. So here we go. It's April 1865, right? Abraham Lincoln's at this place called, is it the Ford Theatre? It's Ford something, and he's watching a play called Our American Cousin, and it's a comedy. So John Wilkes Booth there. He's kind of like believes in South. He believes in slavery and all that still, and he thinks that Lincoln and a couple of others are going to basically try and destroy South and what it stands for. So while everything's going off and all laughing's happening to play, he creeps upstairs into the booth where Abraham Lincoln is watching this play called Our American Cousin, and he shoots him in the back of the head, and then he jumps down onto the stage, and I think he shouts something like, is it sic semper tyrannis, which means something like ever to the tyrant. Anyway, basically we'll fuck up the tyrant. So and then he runs off, and then there's a manhunt that lasts like 9, 10, 11, some days, and in the end he gets killed. But at the same time, there were meant to be 2 other people that killed 2 other targets. One was vice president, I think, and then there was another one, I can't even remember who we were. And the one that tried vice president, now I could be wrong in which order here, but I think the one that tried the vice president actually got into house, saying he would got some medicine for him. But the vice president's son met him at the top of the stairs and said, give me medicine, I'll take it in. Anyway, there was a scuffle, and this guy ends up stabbing just about 20 people. Stabs this son, gets into vice president's bedroom, stabs him in face and neck, stabs a few other people that attacked him, and he managed to get away. He managed to run, I should say. But in the end, the guy who tried to kill the vice president, because I don't think the vice president died, but the guy who tried to kill the vice president was executed. The other one didn't even try. He just bottled it. He was like, fuck that. And he got executed, I think. And Wilkes Booth got killed. I don't think he made it to be executed. So if we go back now, the reason I've told you that is, I'm sorry if that bored you, but listen to now let's go through this part again.
Got a crew as I'm pen.
No, let's go back a little bit.
Your decisions are the root of evil. You change positions, turn like a keyhole. I'm watching you right through this peephole. Shh. You got a plan, I got one too. I pen is changing, I got a crew.
You see, that makes it different now. This think you got a plan? Well, I got one too, which is the assassination. I penned this change, and I got a crew, which is the other two people who are going to kill two other targets.
I'm penning names in this darkened room.
Penning names in a darkened room with the 3 names that were going to get assassinated.
And I take the stage with this front page like I'm in the news. I raise this piece like I'm fitting clues, dressing all black like a funeral.
See, so it starts to make if you listen to that now, all that makes sense now.
See,
and then this is where Wilkes Booth's mentioned.
Okay, so when I'm in the booth, shoot through your thoughts like a gun to the back of your head.
Shoot through your thoughts like a gun to the back of your head. I just said he shot Lincoln in the back of the head.
Like, ooh, like boom, brain splatter my shadows when I step into the booth. Say I had no nooses, sleeping on me, but I'm a nuisance. If you turn your back, I go Brutus. Never cross me like I'm Judas.
See, Brutus and Judas were both people who betrayed people. Brutus was the one that betrayed Caesar. I can't remember who Judas were. Judas Iscariot. Oh, he was the one that betrayed Christ. So he's basically saying, you were betrayed or whatever. I think it's that anyway. Well, yeah, let's carry on.
Put it to your head now, watch me pull this. Red, white, and blood, I'm repping it. Don't cross my flag, Confederates. Feds at my door, we'll let them in. I shoot it well, it's next of kin. Wheel spinning in the getaway car, can't believe that I did it. What a minute for the critics,
Yeah, wheel spinning in the getaway car, can't believe that I did it. Wait a minute, what a minute for the critics, which it will be, because at the end of the day, you were there to see that. It's kind of like that thing where they say, where were you when this happened? Where were you when this happened? Yeah, because you were there for that time. And it's just saying, what a time for the critics and that kind of thing, because they were there for this.
It's next of kin. Wheel spinning in the getaway car, can't believe that I did it. What a minute for the critics, what a minute to be living when they...
You see, 1 minute to be living, that kind of thing.
Now, did it? Will I go down as a villain or a hero to the Senate?
Well, I go down as a villain to the hero or a hero to the Senate. Again, it depends which side you look at it. If you look at it from one side, it's politics, isn't it? Look at it from one side, John Wilkes Booth will have been a hero because he killed, the leaders of the Union, basically, that made the... Because I think this happened, the assassination was like around a week after Confederates had surrendered. Confederate side had surrendered, I think. I could be wrong. So basically, he's saying, from then on Confederate side, I'd be a hero. They're not Union, I'd be the villain. So am I a hero or am I a villain?
Can't believe that I did it. What a minute for the critics. What a minute to be living when they mention now did it. Will I go down as a villain or a hero to the Senate? No more this ignoring us. My veto, it was glory.
Veto, of course, is when you kind of step in and stop something, and you usually veto, and then you stop it from happening. No argument. So you're saying his veto were glorious because his way of arguing was just to kill the person.
Yes, I made it rain on my tour bus like Jay-Z said that presidents.
You can't argue with that. You just said dead presidents. Carry on.
Rain on my tour bus like Jay-Z said that presidents. Maryland, my Maryland, I'm in the...
Maryland, my Maryland. Where I heard that one? On his tomb? No, it weren't on his tombstone. Weren't they Wilkes Booth anthem? The Maryland, my Maryland? Was it? Because Wilkes Booth were born in Bel Air, Maryland. That's why that Fresh Prince links in now. I understand that now. So that would make that. Yeah, I'm sure it's. For some reason in my head, I've got something about an anthem, and it's Maryland, my Maryland. Like I say, it's just popping in my head. I don't know why. Let's carry on.
Said that presidents. Maryland, my Maryland, I'm in the news like Maryland. I play my shows for narrowheads, no overdose like heroin. What's the narrative? I'm a hero, right? Why do I hear those police lights?
It's strange that because people who believe they're doing things for the better, even if it's a murder, they'll truly believe that they're a hero. Like that. I'm a hero, right? But why do I hear those police lights? He can't understand why. They after him because it's like, well, he did a good thing in his mind, but obviously in the law he didn't. Let's carry on.
What's the narrative? I'm a hero, right? Why do I hear those police lights? I'm running for my life. I'm hiding out late at night.
As I said, there was a police hunt. There was a hunt for him, and he ended up dying in the end. So that should fit to this. So let's listen and see if it does.
These dogs are searching. If they're right, then this could be the end of mine. I'm penning nines, writing names into these lines. I'm a bad boy with bars I shine. So puff this head and hide the sig. Notorious, I'm going big. Before I catch a case, think I'll catch a bullet.
That's true. Before he caught a case like a court case, he caught the bullet. He had no intention of going to court. You know, if this is what's being said here, he had no intention of going to court. This was going to be for, you know, it weren't going back. It was going to be either dead or nothing. And it were dead. They got him in the end.
I ain't giving up, I won't let him push me. If I see a fed, think I'll have to pull it. Now it's getting hot, the devil's on the roof, and I'll let him live. That's where the truth is on my tombstone, but they knew I'd do it.
Well, you know, it's like anything. Again, it's subjective. To one side, he'll be a hero. To one side, to another side, he'll be a villain. So it depends who you speak to. But that's kind of how it is with everybody. I think everybody has people who will ride or die for them and people who won't. It depends which way you sit on it. Anyway, let's carry on.
A penny for your thoughts, Abraham. These are my last words. Just know that I did what I did.
See, Abraham, obviously.
For my country. This is my Declaration of Independence. For anyone in the same state as me, let these words live on in truth. Yours sincerely, John Wilkes Booth.
There you go. Now, if I'd have read the lyrics to this, I'd have known from the start it was John Wilkes Booth. But it took me a while till I heard that Will KS and that Booth word and Booth at the end of that line. And it's like, yeah, okay, they all fit together then. But I hadn't read the lyrics, I didn't know the song, I didn't know anything about it. But I was starting to get there. I was saying Confederate Union, North-South and all that. I was putting things together. But, yeah, so. Anyway, I'm not going to go too long because I know I did that long history bit. And I'm sorry about that. I just wanted you to know, in case you didn't know, I wanted you to know so you could match it up with the lyrics when you were hearing them come out. And, yeah. It made a lot of sense in the end. Well done, Knox. You put this together well. I enjoyed it. And I was picking up on it before even I knew what it was Wilkes Booth. So I was starting to see where you were going with it. Which means that you did it well. You wrote it well. And I hope I did. The challenge, I hope I kind of lived up to it and broke it down well. But yeah, if you enjoyed that, please give it a like. And if you want to subscribe, please do. And if you... I've got to link this to the bell button. I link every video to what will happen if you press the bell. Okay, if you press the bell button, then you won't be murdered in the booth. There you go. That's a good thing. So press the bell button, you see. It helps. Right, I'm going to go. You take care. Love you all. Bye for now.